Jordan is acting at the behest of Donald Trump. And this lawsuit will be a mechanism through which the district attorney Bragg can get information and documents and material about how much collusion and coordination there has been between Donald Trump, his legal team, and Jim Jordan and other House Republicans in a way that they would not have to turn that over otherwise.
T and then a he. What's the Bob Cesca rule? Trump always makes things worse for Trump. Like, oh my God, right? And this other headline, Trump accidentally admits Michael Cohen told the truth in his new lawsuit. So he's suing Michael Cohen, which is completely at odds with his defense in his legal case.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want, you know what? We need to bring in our friend. Hi, CarlFrisch.com. Hi.
Hello. I hope if I am a legal expert that Donald Trump listens very carefully and takes all of my advice.
Yes. No, I just, of all the ridiculousness, this did occur to me at the time, but a legal expert is saying Trump is launching a $500 million lawsuit. First of all, it's aimed at trying to silence Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
It's his stupid, witness intimidation he always does. Right. But anyway, against Michael Cohen, alleging that he violated attorney-client privilege when he issued a tell-all book about the hush money payment he helped Trump facilitate to Stormy Daniels. But that claim doesn't make any sense for Trump, said one former prosecutor, because it implicitly requires Trump to admit that everything Cohen said, which he's now denying by pleading not guilty to the criminal charges against him in New York, are actually true. She said, on the one hand, he's saying everything is false, right? So if he was breaching attorney-client privilege, you're doing that by telling things that were said to you in confidence. But so is he saying things that Michael Cohen are saying are true because I told him in confidence and now he's breached that privilege? Or is he saying things are false? Because if they're false, why didn't he bring a defamation claim? So that kind of makes no sense. It really reads to me like he's just trying to put his defense in the criminal case out and try and get his statements out there in a court of public opinion. I also think it's worth noting there's a little bit of witness intimidation going on here. I mean, but it's gotten so ridiculous at this point, right?
Yeah, but predictable, I guess, in a certain sense that Trump and his folks wouldn't know what one hand, the right hand wouldn't know what the little left hand are doing. The idea that they wouldn't see this, though, as exactly what it is, right? Like admitting to everything. But he's been admitting to everything on television and on the internet for years.
Yeah. Oh, God. Even when Hannity tries to help him, well, you wouldn't go through boxes yourself. Yes, I would, and I'm entitled to. Nixon got $18 million for it. It's like, oh, no.
But you would never do it, though, Mr. President. Do it. I did it. I'm still doing it.
The best.
Didn't get everything.
This is my favorite. We were saying, this morning, his tweet this morning was, the police and Secret Service, they leaked the time I'm going to be there. And basically, no one's there, Carl. It's hilarious, right? Like, we saw maybe last time was what, Jody, 50 to 75 people on the streets, lining from Mar-a-Lago. I mean, and in New York, it was all people that hate him.
Yeah.
I mean, booing Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever. But I love this. Reacting to the NBC Live remote outside the Manhattan courthouse this morning where no one, not even the local TV stations, are awaiting the arrival of Donald Trump. Former Trump business associate Donnie Deutsch said the president's legal problems have become tedious and people are losing interest in him. That's what we just said. Yeah. Imagine by the time we're our third or fourth indictment in.
I believe that's what TV Guide said about the last season of The Apprentice, which is what brought us this presidency of his. So, look, the crowd sizes are not what they used to be. I saw aerial shots of this recent rally where they were expecting tens of thousands of people and fewer than 2,000 showed up.
Yeah.
The interest is waning. Although what's interesting to me is that while the interest that we've grown accustomed to is waning, his poll numbers are solidifying in the Republican primary.
Yeah, good news for us.
And, Ron is not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what's good news anymore. But just quickly, Donnie Deutsch said it's gotten so boring. We indicted a U.S. president for the first time in our history 10 days ago, or whatever the day was, and you hear this new charge, you just start to go blank over it. It's like it's gotten to be, as the indictments will continue to add up, obstruction of justice, we'll probably see Georgia. I'm hearing this more and more from people. They want not the 20%, not his base, not what we see in the polls, but the overall general populace has had enough. The latest chapter seems to be enough already. I can't look at this guy anymore. I don't want to see this guy anymore. There's a saturation point. You thought we would have hit it years ago, but something feels a little different this time. I think so too.
Many of us did hit it years ago. I remember thinking during 2020 that the Biden campaign should put out an ad where it was just a phone on the nightstand vibrating with an alert at all hours of the day.
Yeah.
And on weekends, on holidays, and everything else.
Yes. Do you remember our nerves? Just every time your phone, you're like, oh, what did this mother do now?
You're sitting there on a Saturday afternoon, and then your phone would vibrate out of nowhere.
Yes.
And you'd be like, oh, goodness.
Yes.
Do I even want to look?
Have you ever gotten... Yes, have you ever gotten
all Biden had to do to make that point, though, was step back and let Trump be Trump.
Yeah.
He just had to step away. He did not go out there and aggressively campaign on the ground. He was attacked for that. But it was brilliant politicking because it exposed the worst part of Trump to people who may forget if given an opportunity.
Well, it's interesting. Have you ever gotten, my friend used to call it getting re-angry over something, whether it's an ex or whatever. So I'm on season 17 of Grey's Anatomy. My Grey's Anatomy.
You almost caught up.
Yes, my Grey's Anatomy addiction.
You're about halfway through.
But it's when COVID hit. And this is why I'm wearing my, because remember, Sean?